All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Jenna. You might see me for the first time on a Thursday morning, so if I haven't seen you on a Saturday workout, welcome. I am a second-year grad student in the kinesiology department at Michigan Tech, and we started up and moving just to kind of bring the community together, the campus, and even the broader region to stay active during the pandemic and safely from the comfort of our homes with little to no equipment. So this morning, if you just joined us, you don't need any equipment this morning, but if you want to challenge yourself a little bit for upper body exercises, you might want some little hand weights, some little dumbbells. I have some cans behind me, you can see. That's what I'll be using for my weights. For the lower body stuff today, I have my backpack over here. That's what I'll be using. But again, you don't need any extra weights to feel these. And then at the end, we'll do a little bit of core work. So if you have a little bit of space on the ground, maybe a yoga mat or a softer carpeted area, you might want that. But if you don't, you'll be okay. And then, yeah, tomorrow the workout is Friday at 9 a.m. and it's yoga. So if you're looking for something like that, that is what you'll find tomorrow morning. So we'll get started with a little warm up. We have 2 different sets of upper and lower body, and then we have core and a little cool down at the end. So we will get started. All right, so to begin this morning, we're just gonna do some nice quarter squats. So we're not going down to 90 degrees, just a nice 45-degree angle. We'll do that for about 20, 30 seconds, get our legs warmed up a little bit. So again, you don't need to go down all the way. We're just moving those legs, warming them up a little bit. Good. Shake out your legs a little bit. Next, we're gonna warm up our arms. So we're gonna do some arm circles. Nice and big, nice and slow. Let's do 5 going forward, and then you can do 5 reverse ones. Again, nice and slow and controlled. Really work those shoulders. And once you've done 5 forward, you can reverse them. Good. All right. Once you're done with those, we're just gonna walk or jog in place a little bit. If you have a little bit of space, you can move around. Good, and let's change it to a skip. Good, get back into your place wherever you're gonna be, and we're just gonna hop side to side. They don't have to be anything crazy, you don't need to be touching the ceiling, just little hop side to side. Get that heart rate up. And good, front and back. Nice and light on your feet, you're just on the balls of your feet. And good. Shake it out. Grab a drink of water before we get started. We're gonna get into our first set of exercises. The first exercise is gonna be lower body. So if you wanna grab a weight, I'm gonna use a backpack, but I'll show you unweighted first. So this first one, you're standing nice and even. As you can see, I'm upright, but I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit. And we're gonna hinge forward at the hips. So we keep this little bend, and we're just leaning forward until you feel a nice stretch right here. Okay, so from the front, we're here, slight bend in the knee, stick that butt out, and hinge at the hips. Nice and slow, don't want to pull anything. If that's too easy, you can grab a weight in the front. We're here, slight bend in the knee, and you have a little bit of extra weight pulling you down. And then nice and slow back up. So we're trying to do 10 to 15 of those. Again, you don't need a weight, you will still feel that nice stretch. And back up. Good. We're shooting for 10 to 15. If this is too much on you, again, just go as far as is comfortable. If this is all you can do, that's okay. I know we can feel it. If you can go more, excellent. Make sure you keep that back nice and straight. Don't be hunching over. Keep it nice and straight. We're just hinging at the hips. Good. And we'll go through all these exercises twice today. So if it was too easy or too difficult, next time around, feel free to switch it up. And at any point during this workout, if you want to stop for water, go ahead and grab it. Just jump back in when you're ready. So our next one, upper body exercise. I'm going to grab my weights here and I'll show you from the side first and then I'll show you from the front. So you're going to start nice and upright, about 90-degree angle right here. If you want to lean over a little bit, again, keep that back nice and flat. So we're here and we're kicking them back as straight as we can get our arms. Back up to 90, kick them straight back. So from the front, we're here, they're out in front of us, and we're going straight back. Good. Again, if you don't want weights for this, you don't need them. You'll still feel a nice pull in your arm, but we're here. Kick them straight back. Really try to keep that arm all in line. Nice and controlled on the way back and on the way up. Don't pull them or push them really fast, just nice and controlled. Good. We're shooting for 10 to 15 of these ones again. Good. I like this one because you don't need a lot of weight, but you can definitely feel it when you add something. And this one you can do from standing upright. Your arms will just go more down and back than way up here. And that's okay. As long as you're feeling it pulling in your triceps, you're doing the right thing. Good stuff. And like I said, we're going to go through each of these exercises twice. But if you feel like you didn't get enough of a workout and you want to go through once more at the end, you're more than welcome to do that. So it looks like most of us are finished up there, and we are going to go back to our good morning. So again, pulling at those hamstrings, slight bend in the knee, hands on the hip, just to kind of make sure they're going the right place. And we're hinging forward, stick that butt out, keep that back nice and straight, and back up. Good. Again, 10 to 15. If you did 15 last time and you can only get 10 this time, I understand. Just do whatever's comfortable for you. And the weight, you can use hand weights, but I think for this one, it's better to have one a little bit heavier weight in the center. So if you have a backpack, a couple textbooks, you can use those here. Nicely done. Keep it going. I know you'll feel these ones tomorrow morning when you wake up. That's good. All right. Looks like most of us are finishing up there, so we're going to get back to those dumbbell kickbacks. So if you want to wait, now's a good time to grab them. If you don't need to wait, that's okay. And again, we're here. Just nice and controlled till our arms are nice and straight. So elbow to wrist all the way in a straight line. Straight back, and then bending at the elbow back up. Good. Again, 10 to 15 of those. If you have a weight, it's okay if you don't get all the way up there. Good. Make sure we're getting our arms going straight back. Don't have them going out to the sides like this. They should be going straight back. Good. Almost grazing your hips as you come up and down. Good stuff. I'll give you a few seconds to grab water here before we get into our next set of exercises, or shake out your arms and legs, but I'll give you a few seconds. If you're not, just keep moving a little bit. We got another set of 2 exercises that we'll do 2 times. Then we got a core workout at the end, little cool down, and you can get out of here on this Thursday. Okay, it looks like most of us are back on, so we'll get into our next set. So this one is a single leg exercise. If you'd like a chair or something to help you balance, you might want to grab that right now. So I'm going to show you with a little help from this chair, but you do not need it. So I'll show you from the front, I'll show you from the side, and then I'll let you go ahead. So you balance on one foot, put this foot that's up in the air out, pull those toes back. So as you can see, I lifted them. They're not just hanging flat. Pull those toes back, squat down, touch this heel, and back up. Okay? So from the side, we're here. Lift this leg up, toes up, squat down, touch the heel, and back up. Okay? So again, if you need this chair to keep you stable, that's okay. A little, if that's too difficult for you, try pulling that foot in close to your body. You don't need to have it way out here. If it's just here and it's a little drop down, that's okay. If it's too easy, try to put that leg way out here, nice and low, and back up. So kind of pick your range, find what's best for you. We're gonna do 15 on each leg. So it is quite a few, so don't go too hard, but 15 on each leg. So we're here, standing nice and upright on this side. This foot's out, toe is up facing your shin. Drop down, touch the heel, back up. 15 of those on each leg. At a nice controlled pace. And if it gets too difficult, pull that foot closer to you, and it's just a nice little bounce here. Okay, go ahead. You can use the wall to hold on to, chair. Try to balance using just your hands on your hips or hands out to the side. Once you've done 15, feel free to switch legs. We'll do this one again. So if you don't think you found what's right for you, you get another chance. If you need a break halfway through, get those legs back together, then jump back in. Really make sure you try to pull those toes back. We don't want our foot just hitting the ground flat. Really get yourself to get down a little bit deeper. Nice job, everyone. Keep it up. Good stuff. I know that one's a little bit difficult, making you do single legs right away in the morning, but it looks like everyone at least tried it. Hopefully you felt it a little bit. Next one is an upper body exercise. So shake out your legs a little bit, grab some water. We'll wait for everyone to finish up here. This next one I'm going to show you, I'll show you without weight first. You might want to add a little bit of weight this time, but again, you don't need to. If you feel it after a couple, don't feel like you need to add weight. So we're just going to start here, arms out, nice and even with our shoulders parallel to the ground. And I'm going to show you starting with my right hand, reach across, touch this arm, and back out. Really make sure you keep it parallel with the ground. Don't let it drop down here. Don't have it up by your face. Nice, parallel with the ground. And you can alternate sides. If you want to do it with some weight, grab some little weights. Really focus on keeping it parallel to the ground. Go nice, slow, and controlled. And again, if you can't, I'll show you from the side. If you can't quite reach to touch your arm, you just get this far, that's okay. If you can't quite reach, just get as close as you can. We're shooting for 15 per arm. So if you get halfway through and it's too much with the weight, set them down and finish it out. But really focus on slow and controlled. Keep those arms parallel to the ground. If you're holding some weights, make sure you watch those. Keep them nice and parallel to the ground, like they're sliding across a tabletop. Since we're doing 15 per side, you might not want the weight at the end. Next time you can do it without, you can set them down. Don't need them at all. I promise you will feel this one. Really focus on keeping those arms up, right at shoulder height. Good stuff, keep it going. I need to set mine down, finish these ones out. I like this one because, again, you don't need a lot of weight to feel anything. And it targets some of those muscles we aren't used to hitting when we're doing this kind of workout. Whew. Good stuff. Finish up. Looks like some of us are still going. We'll give you a few more seconds. No rush. If you're done, grab some water, move around a little bit. Make sure everyone's sweating this morning before they get on with their day. And after this, we're going to go back to those single leg lowers. So if it was too easy for you last time, make sure you try to reach that leg out a little bit more, get lower. If need be, a weight for this one, I would say your best bet is to put a backpack on. So if you want a backpack, you're here. Just a little bit more weight that you have to bring back up on your way up. I will not be adding weight in these ones. I can feel it without. So again, we're shooting for 15 on each leg. So you can pick whichever side you want to do first. Switch on your own time. And it looks like we are ready. So again, if you want to hold the wall or chair, something like that, you can. Really make sure, pull those toes up towards your shin. We don't want our foot flat. Toes up, lower, touch the heel, back up. Good. 15 on each side. Looks like some of us have started. That's awesome. Keep it going. Once you've done one side, you can switch on your own. You might notice that one leg, it feels easier than the other one. That's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that your legs are a little balanced on which muscles that are a little bit stronger than the other one. That's fine. You can pull your leg in a little bit, pull it out a little bit if it's easier. Not a problem at all. Good. Keep it going. This was our first time doing this exercise, at least with me. You might have done it with somebody else. But if you don't have like a nice weight to use, another way you can make it a little bit more challenging, if you have a nice step or a yoga block or a textbook, something that's nice and flat and sturdy, you step up on that with your foot that's on the ground. Obviously, you have to go a little bit deeper to get your heel to the floor. So if you have something to stand on that's up a little bit, again, it'll make you have to get a little bit deeper. So if you're looking to do that on your own time and want a little bit more challenge, that's another way to do it without adding weight. Okay, looks like we are all caught up here. So we're gonna get into the upper body exercise again, reaching to our opposite arm. I'm gonna go unweighted this time. That was a little much for me last time. We're going 15 on each side. Really focus on keeping those arms up by your shoulders, parallel to the ground. Good stuff, nice and controlled. As we're getting to the end here, really make sure you're keeping those arms up. Don't let them sink down if you can. Keep it going. I'm gonna get set up so you can see me better for these core exercises, so no rush. Finish up the ones you're doing. And when you're done, if you need to get to a different space, you are more than welcome to do that. All right, so all three of our core exercises we can do from the ground today. So take a minute, grab some water. When you're ready, find some space on the ground. I have 3 different exercises for you today. Just like before, we're gonna go through all of these twice. I have my phone out just so I can time us here for a couple of them. All right, so first one, I'll show you this one from the front and from the side, and then we'll do it together because I'm gonna time it for 30 seconds. So the first one, you're sitting with your feet out in front of you. Try to lift one leg off the ground. We're leaning back on our tailbone. This foot, tap over and back. So again, try to keep this leg here, over and back. Keep it off the ground. Good. And from the side, looks like this. So I have this leg up in the air, over and back, and I'm just balancing on my tailbone, If you can't do that and need to put your arms down, more than welcome to do that. So find a spot, make sure you're in the right area, test it out once or twice, and then I'll time us. All right, so we're gonna go for 30 seconds. If you need to stop and take a break, do so for a few seconds, jump back in. So we'll do both legs. So start with whichever leg you want in the air first. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, we're trying to go for 30 seconds. If you need a break to set your leg down or use your hands, go for it. After this, we'll do the other leg. And time. All right, take a second, then we're gonna switch legs. So hopefully you remember which leg you had in the air before, because you're supposed to do the other one next. And 30 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Few more seconds. And time. Good job. Okay. Next one I have for you, we're gonna do some bicycle crunches. Don't get started yet. I'm gonna show you a little bit different today. So I'm sure we all know how to do a bicycle crunch. We're here and we go right and left. Okay, if you're looking for a little bit of a challenge today, I'm gonna have you do those nice and slow. So we're here, nice and slow, reach that leg all the way out. And the next one, the whole movement, try to make the whole movement nice and slow. All right, so you can do a regular bicycle crunch, or you can do that little variation I showed you where you go nice and slow. I'm gonna time us for about 20 seconds. We'll see how everyone's feeling. I'll let it go for 30, but if you can only do 20, that's okay. And 3, 2, 1, go. Really make sure you extend that leg out flat if you can, keep it above the ground. All right, we're at 20 seconds. If you wanna go for 30, keep going. And that's 30. Well done. All right, so I've got one more core exercise, and then we'll rotate and do those all over again. So this time, if you joined us on Saturday, we did just a regular old plank, and I gave you a couple variations to do. Today I have a different one, so I'll show you from the side and from the front. So you're up, in a nice plank position, and you're gonna step out with this foot, in, out, in. So from here, for here, out, in. Okay, so you continuously do that for the 30 seconds. If you're not looking to do that today, just hold it, nice 30-second plank. So hopefully you are ready. Choose your variation. 3, 2, 1, go. And time. Woo. Feeling that one. All right, grab some water if you need to. In a few seconds, we'll go through those again. And then we just have a cool down. All right, so back to the first one again. Trying to lift one leg if we can. And just tapping that heel on either side. So from the front, really try to, if it's easy enough, try to keep this leg here and don't move it. So try to really keep it in one spot. Let the other leg do the work. So let me get my clock. 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna put my hands down this time, hold myself up a little bit. Almost there. And time. Good. Give you a few seconds and we'll get the other leg. All right. Second leg, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And time. Good job. All right. We are back to the bicycles. So bicycle crunches. If you just want to do regular bicycle crunches, you will feel that. If you're looking for a challenge, again, we're doing them nice and slow. Really focus on extending that leg. I'll start the timer. I'll let you know when we're at 20 seconds if you want to stop there. Otherwise, go for the full 30. And 3, 2, 1, go. We're at 20 seconds. And time. Woo. All right. Last one, and then we'll do a little cool down and we can get out of here. So again, we're back to just a regular old plank. If you're looking for a challenge, your feet out, out, in. Give you a few seconds to get positioned. This time I'm just gonna hold a regular plank in 3, 2, 1. And time. Woo, good job. You can actually stay down on the ground for the first part of the cool down, then we'll just get up at the end. So I know I had you use some different little strange muscles in your upper body today. So we're just gonna take our arms, reach them out nice and straight, pull at those shoulders, pull in your back a little bit. Really try to keep that back up nice and straight, and then pull them out, sit up again. Good. If you want them facing down too, you can do that. They don't need to be way up here. Pull them out a little bit. You want to stretch them back, stretch across. I know we hit some weird spots today, so whatever's comfortable for you. Take a few more seconds and then we'll get into our lower body. But again, thank you for being here today. I will stay on for a few minutes. If you have any questions, comments, things like that, feel free to stay on, just say hi. I would love that, love hearing from people at the end. Again, our next session is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We have a yoga session, so upandmoving.org, find the workout tab. You can join us from Zoom or Facebook Live. And then, yeah, then Saturday at 10 a.m. All right, so next one, you don't need to get up all the way. You're gonna start in a lunge position and then pull this front leg, straighten it a little bit till you feel a nice stretch in your hamstring. So again, starting nice and low, like this, and then we're just pulling up. Does not need to get straight here. As long as you're feeling a nice stretch, hold it for about 10 seconds. Doesn't need to be anything significant. Go ahead and switch legs. Start down, nice and low, and pull up. I promise you'll appreciate this hamstring stretch tomorrow because I have a feeling we'll be feeling a little pull in our hamstrings. Good. And if you want to do each leg again, you can do that. Otherwise, we are done here. Feel free to stay on after we'll hit end on the recording, and you can stay on and chat for a minute. Thanks, everyone.